Hello everyone, and today's our session is about object images and what are the types of images and reflection of light from curved surfaces. Okay, so first of all, let us discuss about what do you mean by object and what do you mean by image. So what do you mean by object? Object is nothing but anything which gives us light. Anything which gives us light is called object. What do you mean by object? Anything. For example, torchlight, electric bulb, which gives us light. So anything which gives us light are called objects. Example for object: electric bulb, torchlight, etc. They are the objects. They are called as objects. They gives us light. They are called object. Now coming to image. What do you mean by image? Image is an optical appearance, which is an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from the object. Okay, so for example, suppose when we stand in front of the mirror, our optical appearance is produced when light rays coming from an object are reflected from mirror. Okay, which is nothing but an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object. Actually, images are of two types. Images are of how many types? Images are of two types. So that is real image and virtual image. Real image and virtual image. What do you mean by real image and what do you mean by virtual image? Real image is nothing but image which can be caught by the screen. The image which can be caught by the screen is called real image. Or else the image which can be produced on the screen. The image which can be produced on the screen is called real image. For example, actor or actress, the images of actor or actress produced on cinema screen. So that is an example of real image. The image which can be produced on a screen, which can be caught by the screen, is called real image. So that is nothing but real image. So example for real image is the image produced by cinema actor or actress on a cinema screen, that is called real image. What do you mean by virtual image? The image which cannot be caught by the screen. The image which cannot be caught by the screen, which cannot be produced on the screen, is called virtual image. So example for virtual image: when we stand in front of the mirror, the image which we can see on the mirror is a virtual image. So when we stand in front of the mirror, we see our image at the back side of the mirror. That is called virtual image. So what is the difference between real image and virtual image? Real image which can be caught by the screen. Coming to virtual image which cannot be caught by the screen are called virtual images. Okay, this is about object and image. Now coming to, so far we have discussed about plane mirrors, and in today's session we will discuss about reflection of light by spherical mirrors. In the previous session we have discussed about reflection of light by the plane mirrors. Now in today's session we will discuss about reflection of light. Reflection of light by spherical mirrors. Reflection of light by spherical mirrors. Okay, what do you mean by spherical mirror? What do you mean by spherical mirror? So spherical mirror is a mirror. Spherical mirror is also a mirror which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. What is spherical mirror? Which is a mirror which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. For suppose, let me draw. What is this? Which is a hollow sphere? Which is a hollow sphere? Spherical mirror is the mirror which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. Which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. See here, which is a sphere? Which is a sphere? Spherical mirror is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. See? Which is a part of? Which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. Okay, if I rub this is our spherical mirror. This is our spherical mirror. So what is the definition of spherical mirror? Spherical mirror is the mirror which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. Which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. Actually, spherical mirrors are of two types. Spherical mirrors are of two types. One is convex mirror. One is convex mirror and the second one is concave mirror. One is convex mirror and other one is concave mirror. Now coming to concave mirror, what do you mean by concave mirror? So first one, what do you mean by concave mirror? Concave mirror is the spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is bending surface. For example, see, so this is our concave mirror. Let me draw. This is the spherical mirror. What do you mean by concave mirror? Concave mirror is the mirror whose reflecting surface is bending. I mean at concave surface. Whose reflecting surface at concave. See here, this is our spherical mirror. This is our outside surface and this is our bending surface. I mean where rays will go and fall. I mean rays will come and fall over here. Rays will come and fall on inside the surface. Concave mirror is the mirror whose reflecting surface is bending. Whose reflecting surface is at concave surface. Concave surface. This is bending surface. Which is our bending surface. I mean reflection of light takes place at concave surface. This is our concave surface. Reflection of light takes place at concave surface. Okay. Now coming to convex mirror. Convex mirror is the mirror. Convex mirror is the mirror whose reflecting surface is bulged out. I mean reflection of light takes place at convex surface. See here, let me draw. This is our convex mirror where the reflection of light takes place? Reflection of light takes place bent out, I mean convex surface. I mean rays will come and fall outside the surface. Outside the surface. So that is the difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. In concave mirror, rays are going to meet at concave surface. I mean bent in surface, inside the surface. In convex mirror, rays are going to be converse, or rays are going to come and fall over the outside the surface. I mean which is also called bulged out surface. So this is our bent in surface and this is bulged out. That is the difference between convex mirror and concave mirror. So concave mirror is also called as converging mirror, which is also called as converging mirror. So convex mirror, which is also called as diverging mirror, we will discuss now in the next session. What do you mean by converging and what do you mean by diverging? Concave mirror is called converging mirror and convex mirror is called diverging mirror. Okay, so concave mirror is the mirror. Reflection of light takes place at concave surface. In convex mirror, reflection of light takes place at convex surface. Here, reflection of light takes place at concave surface. Here at concave surface. Here at convex surface. Okay, that is the difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. Okay, before we study about formation of images by convex mirror and concave mirror, first we will understand the terminology related to convex mirror and concave mirror. So first of all, we will discuss about the terminology related to convex mirror and concave mirror. So the first one is, what do you mean by pole? The terminology related to spherical mirrors. So suppose this is my concave mirror. This is my concave mirror M dash, concave mirror M dash. What do you mean by pole? The center of the spherical mirror. This is our spherical mirror. The center of the spherical mirror is called pole. Generally, the pole is represented by letter P. What do you mean by pole? The center of the spherical mirror. The center of the spherical mirror is called pole. The center of the spherical mirror is called pole. And what do you mean by center of curvature? What do you mean by center of curvature? It is going to be represented with letter C. Center of curvature is the center of the hollow sphere of a glass. It is the center of the hollow sphere of a glass. Actually, spherical mirror which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass, right? Which is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. If I rub this part, some part, it is a part of hollow sphere of a glass. Okay, so this is our center of the sphere. So center of the sphere. So that is called center of curvature. Center of curvature is the part of, it is the center of hollow sphere of a glass. See the difference between pole and center of curvature. Pole is the center of the spherical mirror. Pole is the center of the spherical mirror. What about center of curvature? Center of curvature is the center of hollow sphere of a glass, which is outside of the spherical mirror. which is the outside of the spherical mirror. Sometimes it may be in front of the mirror, sometimes it may be back side of the mirror. So don't confuse the difference between pole and center of curvature. Pole is the center of the spherical mirror. And what about center of curvature, which is the center of the hollow sphere of a glass. That is the difference between pole and center of curvature. Okay. Now coming to another term, principal axis. Principal axis. What do you mean by principal axis? What do you mean by principal axis? The line which is passing through the pole and center of curvature. Principal axis is the line. Principal axis is the straight line, which is passing through the pole and center of curvature of a mirror is called principal axis. Generally, it is represented by XY. It's like a x-axis, which is the line, which is a straight line that is passing through the pole and center of curvature of a spherical mirror. That is called principal axis. Principal axis. Now coming to focus. Coming to focus, which is an important point. Focus. What do you mean by focus? Focus is a point on principal axis. Focus is a point on principal axis where all light rays are going to be meet. See? So for example, light rays will come like this. This is our light ray. After striking the mirror at point A, what will happen? It will reflect back like this. Okay, this is our second ray. This is our second ray, which is coming from the source. After striking the mirror at point B, again it will reflect back. Okay, see, this is our incident ray, reflected ray. Incident ray, reflected ray. Where these reflected rays are meeting, they are going to be meet at this point, and this point is called focus. Generally, focus is going to be represented with letter capital F. Capital F. Focus is a point on principal axis. You can observe this, which is a point on principal axis where all the reflected rays are going to be meet. That is called focus. Okay. Now the next one is, what do you mean by focal length? What do you mean by focal length, which is going to be represented with letter small f? Which is going to be represented with letter small f. So what do you mean by focal length? Focal length is nothing but distance between, it is the distance between pole and focus. What do you mean by focal length? Which is the distance between pole and focal length. This distance. The distance between pole and focus, this distance is called focal length. Distance between pole and focus is called focal length. Now, what do you mean by radius of curvature? What do you mean by radius of curvature, which is going to be represented with letter R? Which is going to be represented with letter R. What do you mean by radius of curvature? Radius of curvature is the distance between pole and center of curvature. Which is the distance between pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature. This distance is called radius of curvature. So, focal length is the distance between pole and focus. Radius of curvature is the distance between pole and center of curvature. And also, if you observe, there is a relationship between, we have a relationship between focal length and radius of curvature. We have a relationship between focal length and radius of curvature. If you observe, radius of curvature is 2 times the focal length. Radius of curvature is what? 2 times the focal length. See, for example, radius of curvature is 6 centimeter. For example, focal length is equal to 3 centimeter. Then what about radius of curvature, which will be double of it? I mean 3 double 6 centimeter. Radius of curvature is 2 times the focal length. Or else focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Okay? And also based on this, they may ask questions also. For example, if the focal length of mirror is 10 centimeter, given focal length equal to 10 centimeter, what is the radius of curvature? Focal length of a mirror is 10 centimeter, then what would be the radius of curvature? As we know that radius of curvature is what? 2 times the focal length. I mean 2 into focal length is how many centimeters? 10 centimeters. 2 into 10, 20 centimeter. So radius of curvature is how much? 20 centimeters. Okay. They may ask question like this also. If the radius of curvature is, if the radius of spherical mirror, radius of curvature of spherical mirror is 8 centimeter. Radius of curvature of spherical mirror is 8 centimeter. Then what would be the focal length? What would be the focal length? As we know, focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Focal length is half of the radius of curvature. That is 8 by 2. 2 1 ja, 2 4 ja, which is equal to 4 centimeter. So focal length is equal to how many centimeters? 4 centimeter. Okay. This is about the terms related to spherical mirrors. Before we drawing ray diagrams for both the concave mirror and convex mirror, we have to know this terminology. Okay. And in today's session, we discussed about reflection of light by spherical mirrors. What do you mean by spherical mirror? Which is a part of spherical mirror is the mirror which is a part of halosphere of a glass. Which is this you have to remember. Which is the halosphere? In that, which is a part. Spherical mirror is a part of halosphere of a glass. Spherical mirrors are of two types. One is concave mirror and other one is convex mirror. Concave mirror is the mirror whose reflecting surface is bent in. Reflection of light takes place at concave surface. And in convex mirror, reflection of light takes place at convex surface. That is the difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. Okay. In the next session, we will discuss about rules for drawing ray diagrams by both spherical mirror, both concave mirror and convex mirror. I hope today you understood today's session. Okay. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.